Mugyeol Cha has finally moved past the schoolyard bullies and stepped into the professional arena of the real fighter tournament. If you missed his physical transformation or his final confrontation with the school gang, you can catch up with the card linked above. The air in the restroom is heavy with the scent of blood and fear. Mugyeol Cha has cornered his prey. The bully, accustomed to being the predator, now finds himself bewildered by the victim's sudden, overwhelming strength. Mugyeol analyzes the combat distance with the cold detachment of a professional. He maintains range for a front jab, then surges forward with a low tackle, seizing the initiative. The onlookers, members of the school's violent hierarchy, are frozen. They whisper about their leader, Baek Ju Seong, and his judo skills, but none dare to intervene. They sense the shift in the food chain. Mugyeol grabs his opponent's collar. There is no hesitation, only brutal efficiency. He strikes again and again, until the opposition is silenced. As he exits, leaving a broken body on the tiles, the system rewards his brutality. A notification chimes. Fight mission accomplished. He has collected 30 pieces of misbehaved students' teeth. 20 points are deposited into his account. Violence has a currency, and he is becoming rich. In the solitude of his room, Mugyeol reviews his assets. The interface displays his martial potential. Boxing, wrestling, and endurance are present, but he identifies a gap in his arsenal: submission grappling. Relying on the memories of the professional fighter within him, he knows that striking alone is not enough. He spends his acquired points on a Jiu-Jitsu skill card. Light envelops him, and in an instant, years of training are burned into his neural pathways. He absorbs the knowledge of locks and chokes, bypassing the years of sweat required by ordinary men. He is now a complete weapon, needing only the physical conditioning to wield these skills effectively. Far from the training ground, the school's wolves are licking their wounds. Baek Ju Seong and his inner circle discuss the anomaly. They cannot reconcile the timid boy of the past with the monster who crushes their enforcers. Fear begins to crack their foundation. A subordinate suggests hiring gangsters, but Ju Seong, nursing his own bruised ego, dismisses the idea. He fears a war of attrition against a target they no longer understand. Instead, he chooses a method that does not require physical courage. If they cannot break Mugyeol's body, they will destroy his social existence. Under the cover of darkness, Mugyeol refines his new body. He is interrupted by Yoon Maya, a bright and noisy contrast to his grim focus. She is a content creator and YouTuber who mocks the sharp sales of his shadow boxing. She invites him to perform for her channel, but he ignores the offer until she presents a flyer on her phone. It is an advertisement for real fighters, a martial arts tournament for civilians. The prize is 200 million won and a chance to debut in the professional league. Mugyeol sees the path clearly. This is not just about money. It is the stepping stone to reach the high-ranking figures who destroyed his previous life. But the enemy strikes first, not with fists, but with information. A notification lights up Mugyeol's phone. A video is spreading like a virus through the student body. It is edited footage of the bathroom beatdown, stripped of context to frame Mugyeol as a deranged aggressor. The comments section is a torrent of hate, calling for his expulsion and death. Baek Ju Seong has sprung his trap, turning the herd against the lone wolf. Mugyeol realizes he cannot fight this battle with silence. He turns to Mina and demands her assistance. Moments later, her live stream flickers to life. The audience, expecting the girl, is greeted by the grim visage of the bully from the viral clip. The chat explodes with vitriol. Mugyeol does not flinch. He introduces himself calmly. He does not apologize. He does not play the victim. He stares into the lens, addressing the thousands watching, and admits to the violence. Yes, he declares, I beat him. But he does not stop there. He looks past the audience, directly at the man watching from behind a screen. He calls out Baek Ju Seong by name. With a smile that carries no warmth, only the promise of impending destruction, he issues a public death threat. The video is meant to bury him, but Mugyeol has used it to announce the hunt. He vows to make the leader suffer, and the screen goes dark on his terrifying promise. The storage room reeks of fear. It is not the protagonist who trembles, but the tormentor. Mugyeol Cha stands over Baek Ju Seong, a predator toying with trapped prey. The dynamic has shifted irrevocably. Mugyeol offers a cruel ultimatum. He asks if Baek wishes to be beaten defenseless before fighting back, or if he prefers to suffer while attempting to fight. The illusion of choice is the ultimate mockery. Baek Ju Seong is cornered. His lackeys cower in the background, realizing their hierarchy is crumbling. The presence of a camera, broadcasting live to the internet, forces Baek into a desperate corner. He cannot flee without destroying his reputation. Mugyeol tightens the psychological screws, mocking Baek's upbringing, asking if he needs his mother. The humiliation ignites Baek's temper, overriding his survival instinct. He screams, accepting the challenge. The ritual begins. Mugyeol tosses a pair of red boxing gloves to his opponent. It is a gesture of mercy, or perhaps arrogance. Baek, blinded by rage, kicks the gloves away. He refuses the protection. He screams that he does not need them. He seals his own fate. Baek charges. His movements are wild, undisciplined, fueled only by panic and anger. Mugyeol watches him come. The protagonist's eyes are cold. To him, the bully moves in slow motion. When the strike comes, Mugyeol weaves effortlessly. He is a professional pilot operating a heavy machine. The counter-attack is brutal. Fists connect with flesh. The sound echoes in the small space. Mugyeol does not just fight. He dismantles. He strikes with the precision of a surgeon and the weight of a sledgehammer. The lit chap fleds with shock. The audience realizes the overweight outcast is moving with the agility of a veteran fighter. Baek is overwhelmed. He is battered into the concrete, his resistance extinguished. Blue lights flash. The authorities arrive. Baek Ju Seong, bloody and broken, sees the police as his salvation. He points a trembling finger at Mugyeol, screaming that he is the victim, that he was attacked without mercy. He believes the social script will protect him. The officer ignores the screaming boy. He walks past Mugyeol. The handcuffs click shut around Baek Ju Seong's wrists. Confusion washes over the bully. He demands an explanation. The officer's voice is flat. The charge is not fighting. The charge is the production and distribution of sexual exploitation materials involving minors. Mugyeol holds up a phone. The screen displays a file count, 128, 129. He has recovered every deleted video, every photo, every piece of evidence Baek thought he had destroyed. The hunter had prepared his trap long before the first punch was thrown. Mugyeol leans in, his face a mask of grim satisfaction. He tells Baek that it is his life, not Mugyeol's, that is now in ruins. The live stream captures everything. Public opinion turns instantly. The bully is exposed as a monster, and the outcast becomes an avenger. Mugyeol faces the camera. He does not apologize. He quotes Malcolm X. He frames his violence not as aggression, but as intelligence. He recounts the theft of his money and the daily humiliation he endured. He declares that he learned boxing to survive. But survival is no longer enough. He stares into the lens, addressing the world. He wants to be stronger. He wants to trade blows with those who are truly skilled. He announces his intention to participate in the tournament known as Real Fighter. This was not a brawl. It was an audition. High above the streets, in a corporate office, the feed is watched. Secretary Woo Hyun Shul studies the footage. He notes the uncanny resemblance. The protagonist shares a name with the fallen legend, Mugyeol Cha, but it is not just the name, the jab, the footwork, the rhythm of violence. It is identical to the dead fighter. Woo finds it disturbing. He worries about the optics of a minor entering a professional league. He fears the influence on the youth. Chairman Jang Young. He laughs. He sits in the shadows, lighting a cigarette. He dismisses the moral concerns. He speaks of the business of blood. He explains that humans have not changed since the days of the Colosseum. Whether it is dogs fighting in a village or gladiators in a basement, the instinct to watch violence is primal. Chairman Jang guarantees that even the Minister of Education will watch. The controversy is not a deterrent. It is marketing. The boy is approved. Months pass. The arena for the Real Fighter qualifiers is buzzing. Journalists analyze the brutal entry requirements. 3 effective hits in a 2-minute round against a professional. It is a standard designed to crush amateurs. They list the gatekeepers: Phantom, level Jang Chun, Ming, light, level Bash Krazen, middle, level Che Wan Ki. To land even one hit on these monsters is a miracle. 3 seems impossible. A journalist named Kang Hai Min scans the waiting room. Her eyes widen. She sees a figure stretching in the corner. For a second, she believes she sees a ghost. She thinks she sees the original Mugyeol Cha. She shakes her head. It cannot be. But the man turns. The protagonist has his former shell. The way is gone. Muscles coil under his skin, honed by months of hellish training. He wears the uniform of a contender. He looks at his own hands, feeling the power humming within them. Mugyeol Cha smiles. He is in his best condition. The qualifiers are about to begin, and the world is not ready for what he has become. 1. She thinks taking the fight to the ground is his path to safety, but he is about to realize Mugyeol's arsenal is far more lethal than he imagined. We'll see the conclusion of his qualifier and the fallout of this upset in the next part. If you're enjoying the series, please consider liking and subscribing to follow Mugyeol's climb to the top.